Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Brad with Despite Fitness, and today I want to do a fairly short video. I'd like to introduce another product. I've partnered up with DMoose, and they've sent me some of their products for review. They've gone ahead and sent another product, and so previously we did a review on the battle rope anchor straps. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a video on these guys right here. These are the fabric resistance bands, and they're actually pretty cool. I wasn't sure what I would think of at first, but I actually genuinely enjoy these, and there's a variety of utilities that I think make these valuable to have above and beyond just your average normal bands that you can find everywhere else. The first time that I've been introduced to bands like this is through DMoose. I haven't seen them other places. They may or may not exist. I just haven't done a whole lot of digging to find out if there are other places where you can get a fabric resistance band. These bands run in differing resistances, from light with the gray all the way up to the super heavy with the green. So each band color is representative of a different resistance, and of course it's an increasing resistance. These bands, I think, are very valuable to use when you're doing something with band on skin contact. So there have been times in my past where I've done things like flies with the bands, and the friction of the band on skin can be very, very uncomfortable. So the normal resistance band on skin, tension, friction, pinching, can be very, very uncomfortable. So doing things like chest flies or having the bands on the skin with these fabric bands is much easier and much more comfortable than with the normal rubber resistance bands. But one area where these bands really excel is doing neck work. So neck work is something that I've talked a lot about in other videos. You can check out the card and the link above. But especially for military members who have to get taped to pass their height and weight, this might be a really valuable thing to have in your kit bag or your gym bag, or bring along with you, especially the morning of your height and weight, because these bands on the skin are much more comfortable than a normal rubber band. You don't get the same biting, you don't get that same friction, and especially on the head is much, much more comfortable. In other iterations with the normal rubber resistance bands, you almost have to wear a hat or wear something on your skin between your head and the band to prevent it from pinching, pulling, or pulling out hair. With these fabric bands, you get to kind of skip all that. These are much more comfortable on the skin, and they provide a decent amount of resistance for you to get that neck work and help get that neck pump to better hedge your bets for the height and weight. The versatility of these bands is something I think that is very valuable for a lot of people, especially my military brethren. Through deployments, TDYs, or going on exercises, whatever it might be, there's frequently times when you can't have a whole gym with you, or you're not able to get to a normal, typical gym. Having bands like this in your gym bag is something that's very small, light, and it's very travelable, and you can take it with you pretty much anywhere you go. And there are a variety of exercises that you can set up with just a little bit of ingenuity or creativity to be able to simulate or get a really great workout for the types of movements that you might normally do in an ordinary gym. These bands are something that I think you will find to be very useful, and something that I definitely recommend for you to pick up and check out yourself. I enjoy them. The only downside that I think with these bands is that they don't come in sets, meaning if you buy the pack, you get the different resistances. So if you wanted to do something where you had bilateral symmetry of resistance, i.e. using two of the same bands, you'd have to buy two sets. I would like to see maybe a package where you could buy the same bands if you chose. Something like that might be pretty cool. But aside from that, that's really the only detraction I see with these bands. I think that they're sturdy, they're reliable, they have differing resistances depending on what it is you're trying to do. And like I said before, you can take them with you. They can take them with you pretty much anywhere you go. Yeah, that's it, guys. I'm really impressed with these bands. I think that you will too. I'm going to leave a link in the description box below for you to be able to go check out these bands for yourself. Maybe it'd be something for you, especially for my military brethren who got to pass that height and weight. Having a thick neck helps, and doing neck exercises helps. It's easier to do when it's more comfortable. That's it, guys. Questions, comments, concerns, leave in the chat box below. I'll respond. I want to thank you for your continued support. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Remember to like and share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That's it. Remember, guys, no matter what it is you think you can't do, utilize new and differing equipment to be able to get the most out of your workouts and try things that maybe you couldn't do otherwise. It's never going to happen if you don't get in and train to spite. You're either going to find an excuse, you're going to find a way, and I hope that you guys continue to find the way. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.